I'm planning to surprise you this day because the world felt too ordinary until your smile promised me something extraordinary. Today, I hide 1,000 small reasons to make you laugh. I want the ordinary minutes between us to swell into one unforgettable whole. I'm planning to surprise you this day with silence and a bouquet of moments so honest they'll feel like a secret kept only between our hearts. I mapped out a day of tiny rebellions, coffee at dawn, a wrong turn into sunlight, and your hand finding mine like it always does. I'm planning to surprise you this day because there are words in me that only your face can understand. I'll speak them with actions. Today I will be a quiet storm of kindness, unexpected, gentle, and relentless. So you'll know how much I noticed the little things. I packed this day with small miracles, an old song, a ridiculous joke, a look that says you are seen and beloved. I'm planning to surprise you this day because loving you taught me how to celebrate the smallest victories, starting with the way you breathe. Today, I will give you a moment that looks like nothing on paper, but will feel like the rest of your life rearranging itself around love. I'm planning to surprise you this day so that later, when you smile at the memory, it will soften the hard edges of all the ordinary days. I chose this day because the world has been heavy, and I want today to be our little rebellion against it, a pocket of joy sewn into time. I'll surprise you this day with a map of memory lanes, retracing where we laughed and where we learned to forgive, because every stop matters. Today, I hide 1,000 I noticed notes in pockets and drawers, so you'll discover how carefully I watch the life we're building. I'm planning to surprise you this day with a reckless tenderness, the kind that shows up without permission and refuses to leave until you're smiling. Today, I will turn ordinary errands into adventures, because even a grocery run with you feels like a discovery I don't want to miss. I planned this day like a letter folded into a small gift, each moment a sentence saying plainly, "You matter more than I knew how to say." I'm planning to surprise you this day by making space for your quiet, honoring your pauses, and turning them into something sacred and heard. Today, I'll steal an hour from the world and give it to you. No notifications, no rushing, just breathing the same slow rhythm together. I've been saving a ridiculous, embarrassing joy for today, because love should surprise you with laughter as much as with tenderness. I'm planning to surprise you this day with a ritual of small comforts, your favorite cup, the blanket you like, the song you hum in the shower. Today is for the things we never say out loud. I'll say them with breakfast made wrong and a kiss that says, I see you completely. I planned this day like planting a tree. I don't expect shade today, only the tiny, steady proof that I wanted something to grow for you. I'm planning to surprise you this day because you deserve to be reminded that someone's alive with wonder for exactly who you are. Today, I'll be clumsy and brave, dropping plans, changing directions, so the surprise becomes not only what I give, but how I choose you again. I'm planning to surprise you this day with a silence that isn't empty, but full of all the love we don't need to perform. Today, I will celebrate the faults I adore in you, wrapping them up like gifts and handing them back with a grateful smile. I planned this day to be a slow reveal, small things that add up until you realize the whole day was meant only to show you love. I'm planning to surprise you this day because ordinary love needs new tricks. So I learned to be a little ridiculous just to see you laugh. Today I'll leave traces of us in places you pass, crumbles of memory you'll stumble on and feel the day tighten into a soft thread connecting us. I planned a surprise that is not about spectacle, but about feeling. A moment that lands like a soft hand on your shoulder, steady and true. I'm planning to surprise you this day with honesty, confessing the small fears and the enormous gratitude you awaken in me every single morning. Today, I will reclaim time for us. No schedules, no noise. So the surprise is simply the luxury of being present with each other. I've been rehearsing a kindness for today that I hope will sit with you for weeks. Small, exact, and impossible to forget. I'm planning to surprise you this day with an unexpected excuse to dance in the kitchen, because sometimes joy needs a little choreography. Today, I will give you permission to be exactly how you are: messy, brilliant, tired, alive, and I will love every slightly fractured bit. I planned this day like building a secret. Small, deliberate acts layered until the whole thing becomes undeniable. This is for you. I'm planning to surprise you this day with the simplest truth. I've been waiting for a reason to love you louder, so I made one. Today, I'll turn the world off and the two of us on, because the best surprises are the ones that feel like coming home. I've hidden small remembrances of our story in plain sight, little winks you'll find and think, yes, this is ours, stitched into today. I'm planning to surprise you this day, not to impress, but to remind us both that tenderness is an art we can practice daily. Today, I will carry your quiet, your jokes, your sighs like fragile treasures, then hand them back to you, polished with attention. I planned this day with the patience of someone who knows love isn't a flash, but the slow, deliberate work of showing up. I'm planning to surprise you this day with the kind of patience that waits for your words, listens, and tucks them somewhere safe inside me. Today, I'll offer forgiveness for small wrongs, not as a favor, but as a promise that imperfect people can still make beautiful things. I planned this day as if it were a small pilgrimage to places that matter, to the corners of your heart I want to visit again. I'm planning to surprise you this day with my full attention, the rarest currency, spent entirely on the way you look when you think no one's watching. Today, I will make room for your stories, even the ones you think are dull, because each sentence of you is part of what I love. I planned a surprise that doesn't shout but hums, a soft, steady presence that says I am here and I am staying. I'm planning to surprise you this day because life taught me the value of unexpected tenderness. Today, I'll be generous with it. Today, I'll give you a ridiculous, excessive amount of compliments because loving you feels like discovering light in slow motion. I planned this day to be a collection of tiny revolutions, changing our routines so the world knows we prioritized each other, even for an hour. I'm planning to surprise you this day with a promise wrapped in practical things. I'll fix what's broken and treasure what's whole. Today, I will choose curiosity over certainty, asking the questions I should have asked sooner and listening like I'm learning you for the first time. I planned this day with a nervous, tender excitement, like a child with a present, because loving you still makes my insides fizz. I'm planning to surprise you this day by showing up with all my imperfect glory, hoping you'll take it, messy and earnest, and keep it. Today, I will make ridiculous plans we may never finish, simply to prove that spontaneity still lives inside us, waiting to be found. I planned small victories for today, a long lunch, a silly postcard, a ridiculous inside joke. We'll collect them like souvenirs of us. I'm planning to surprise you this day by honoring the small things that keep us steady, the routines, the tiny jokes, the deliberate softness. Today, I will build a minute that lasts, a sequence of minor miracles that, when strung together, feel like a single perfect memory. I plan this day because love deserves to be celebrated not only on anniversaries, but in quiet, deliberate surprises that say, I choose you now.